Centralia, Pennsylvania, was once a thriving coal mining town, bustling with families, shops, churches, and trains. The town was founded in the mid-1800s, in the heart of Pennsylvania's anthracite coal region. Miners and their families lived and worked in the shadow of the coal seams, depending entirely on the fuel that powered industries, homes, and transportation across the eastern United States. Streets were lined with small brick houses, wooden storefronts, and bustling marketplaces. Children played in the alleys, and miners returned from the mines with soot-stained faces, proud of their labor. The town grew steadily, reaching its peak population by the early 20th century, becoming a tight-knit community where generations knew each other by name. The coal mines, while dangerous, were the lifeblood of Centralia, shaping its culture and economy. Despite the constant risk of cave-ins and explosions, families remained committed to their community, trusting that the work they did underground was necessary for survival and prosperity. Miners often worked 12-hour shifts in claustrophobic tunnels, relying on lamps, picks, and the knowledge passed down from older miners. The coal seams were extensive, stretching beneath the hills and valleys, interconnecting tunnels from abandoned shafts and active mines alike. In May 1962, town officials decided to burn trash in a landfill before Memorial Day. The site was located on a hill above the town near old, abandoned coal mine tunnels. What seemed like a routine cleanup would ignite a disaster that lasted for decades. The fire, intended to burn simple garbage, found its way into the network of abandoned coal tunnels. The coal seam below the landfill caught fire, fueled by oxygen pockets and dry coal. Attempts to extinguish the flames with water and clay were largely ineffective. The fire slipped underground, hidden from sight, and continued to burn, slowly spreading beneath streets, homes, and businesses. The residents initially noticed unusual smoke rising from cracks in the streets and sidewalks. Fumes of carbon monoxide began seeping into basements, creating invisible threats. Pavements began to buckle and small sinkholes appeared. But authorities underestimated the severity of the problem, hoping the fire would die down naturally. As the fire spread, the town experienced an increasing number of incidents. One infamous event occurred in 1981, when 12-year-old Todd Domboski nearly fell into a 150-foot deep sinkhole. He managed to survive by grabbing onto roots, a narrow escape that highlighted the deadly instability of the underground fire. The event alarmed both local authorities and the public, signaling that the fire posed a real danger to anyone in the town. Despite these warnings, initial efforts to contain or extinguish the fire proved futile. Engineers, firefighters, and geologists attempted to douse the flames using innovative techniques, but the fire's depth and unpredictability rendered most measures ineffective. Over the next 2 decades, the fire continued to consume the coal beneath Centralia, spreading further under roads, yards, and abandoned properties. Residents were warned not to dig, build, or travel near suspicious cracks, but the danger remained largely unseen from the surface, making it difficult to predict where the next hazard might occur. By the 1980s, the situation had escalated beyond control. Toxic gases, sudden fissures, and underground heat made the town increasingly uninhabitable. Families were offered government buyouts, encouraging them to relocate to safer areas. Many accepted, leaving behind homes, businesses, and memories spanning generations. The town's population dwindled rapidly, and streets that were once alive with children and shoppers became eerily silent. By 1992, Centralia was officially condemned. Its zip code was revoked, roads were abandoned, and remaining structures slowly decayed. Only a handful of residents remained under special agreements allowing them to live out their days. Today, smoke still rises from fissures in the ground, and the underground fire continues to burn, projected to last possibly another century or more. The town is a ghostly monument to human error, environmental danger, and the power of natural forces that cannot be tamed. Centralia's eerie atmosphere inspired filmmakers, writers, and game designers, often being linked to the fictional world of Silent Hill. The cow image of empty streets, abandoned homes, and smoke rising from the ground captivated imaginations around the world. Yet beneath the intrigue lies a sobering reality. The consequences of a small decision, like burning a pile of trash, can echo for generations. Each crack in the road, each wisp of smoke, tells a story of lives uprooted and a town lost to fire. Despite the desolation, Centralia remains a poignant example of resilience, memory, and caution. It is a place where history and mystery intertwine, a location frozen in time, and yet very much alive in the collective imagination of those who hear its story. Visitors who dare to enter the remains find themselves walking streets where nature has begun to reclaim the landscape, roads buckling, and fissures gaping open, evidence of a fire that refuses to die. The story of Centralia also serves as a warning about environmental oversight, abandoned coal mines, improper waste management, and human negligence combined to create a disaster of enormous scope. Engineers studying the site continue to monitor gas, emissions, and ground temperatures, revealing pockets of fire moving unpredictably under the earth. Scientists use thermal imaging, satellite mapping, and geological surveys to track the fire's progress, demonstrating that while the surface may appear calm, a deadly furnace continues below. The town's transformation from thriving community to ghost town is both tragic and fascinating. Historical photos, archives, and oral accounts provide a window into a community that once thrived, offering glimpses of everyday life before the fire and illustrating the social, economic, and cultural impact of the disaster. Centralia is more than a story of destruction. It is a story of human perseverance, curiosity, and adaptation. Some residents chose to stay despite the danger, unwilling to abandon their heritage. Researchers, journalists, and urban explorers visit the town to document its legacy. The streets, though empty, whisper tales of generations who built homes, mined coal, and nurtured families amidst the challenges of early industrial America. The fire itself, though destructive, has inadvertently preserved aspects of the town's architecture, as abandoned buildings remain frozen in time, untouched by human alteration. Each fissure, each wisp of smoke, serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and nature's relentless power. Centralia also raises philosophical questions about progress, responsibility, and the unforeseen consequences of seemingly small actions. It illustrates how human intervention, even with good intentions, can trigger long-term disasters that persist far beyond immediate comprehension. The town stands as both a cautionary tale and a compelling narrative for historians, educators, and storytellers. Its unique combination of environmental science, social history, and mystery ensures that it remains endlessly fascinating to audiences seeking true stories with drama, intrigue, and lessons about human vulnerability. From the perspectives of geology, sociology, and human psychology, Centralia offers rich material. It demonstrates how communities respond to long-term environmental threats, how governments manage crises, and how individuals confront risk and loss. The remaining residents, the abandoned buildings, the smoke, and the stories, passed down through generations, all contribute to a narrative that is gripping, educational, and deeply human. It is a story that can be narrated, illustrated, and visually represented in numerous ways, making it perfect for documentary-style content, AI voice narration, and YouTube storytelling formats. The town continues to draw attention from all over the world, including tourists, historians, and mystery enthusiasts. Roads leading into Centralia's remains are lined with warning signs and barriers. Yet curious visitors often venture in, taking photographs, recording videos, and documenting the surreal atmosphere. Satellite imagery shows heat anomalies consistent with underground fires, reinforcing that the story of Centralia is not merely legend, but a living reality, unfolding slowly beneath the surface. Centralia's enduring story is a blend of tragedy, science, mystery, and human resilience. It is a place where the past and present collide, offering a cautionary yet compelling narrative that continues to captivate audiences globally. By exploring the town's history, documenting the fire's ongoing effects, and telling the human stories intertwined with it. Hey guys, hope this video is like. This channel is dedicated to uncovering real mysteries, forgotten history, and ancient languages that shaped our world. Every video dives deep into hidden truths most people never question. If you're curious about lost civilizations, unexplained events, and the past that textbooks ignore, you're in the right place. Subscribe and stay here, because this channel is not for casual viewers, it's for thinkers.